What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're jumping into Black Ops 6 Zombies, specifically Liberty Falls. And if you guys do enjoy this at any time, make sure to let me know down in the comment section below, and I will consider doing something similar for the other maps in the future. But someone on my recent video in the comment section asked if I could do a try-hard run showcasing the best overall loadout, including the best weapon, attachments, melee weapon, gobblegums, best augment for each perk, best ammo mod with augments, and the best lethal and tactical. So what I figured I would do is share with you guys my ASG-89, easily the most reliable weapon in the game's loadout. Then I will also share with you guys the perks and augments that I use, alongside the ammo mod and augments that I'm going to be using in this run. Then we'll jump into a match on Liberty Falls, and I will go through it probably up to at least round 36, where I will share with you guys what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, while I'm doing it. That way you guys will have a better understanding of the strategy and be able to go into your future runs with a better understanding of what to do and how to do it, so you have a better chance of survival and maybe even breaking your personal best on each of these maps at some point in the future. But the first step is, of course, jumping into our ASG-89 loadout. Now, for our ASG-89 loadout, we have the Kepler Microflex. Doesn't matter that much what optic you choose. The muzzle's important to have the suppressor. That way you get bonus salvage along the journey. The underbarrel, we're rocking the Ranger foregrip. Extended mag 2 is a no-brainer. The more bullets, the less we have to reload. The rear grip is the quick draw grip, allowing me to get a little bit more ADS speed. Our light stock for our stock allows us to get a little bit more movement. Our laser for steady aim when we have our hip fire going on. And then the last attachment, we have the 12 gauge Dragon's Breath, which just helps us do a little bit more damage, especially early on. The one thing I really like about the ASG-89 is it allows me to have a lot of damage output and allows us to pretty much push as far as we would like without having to rely on those upgrades that some of the other weapons just absolutely can't go without. So in my experience, running the ASG-89, not only are you going to be able to do each and every Easter egg and probably do them easier than you would with most of the other weapons, you will be able to utilize this weapon to go further in rounds without those upgrades, meaning you can save up more points, open up more of the map, complete more Easter egg steps, whatever the case actually is, without having to go through those extra hurdles, which makes things really nice. Now let's go ahead and jump into some augments. Let's start with the perks. For stamina up, I'm rocking Dasher, increased tactical sprint duration, and hard target. While tactical sprinting, projectile damage is reduced. For quick revive, there's not a lot of options that you can use solo that are super reliable. We're rocking Dying Wish, which is a no-brainer. On your lethal damage, you become immune to damage for 2 seconds and keep 1 health. Quick revive is then removed, and this can be done up to 3 times. Basically, it's like a free self-revive, right? Increase your time in last stand with slow death. I mean, there's not really another minor augment that you can choose. Now with Juggernog, it is a little bit more controversial because some people like to have a different major augment, and that's up to you if you want to choose to change it. But it does, of course, increase your maximum health. I run Probiotic because slightly increases your maximum health with Juggernog. I personally think that having the extra health is more beneficial because there's not always cases where you have plates available. Therefore, if you don't have a plate, then the other augment that people usually choose isn't going to benefit you. The other thing I'm choosing for the minor is that armor plates have more damage mitigation. If I'm going to be using armor, I just want them to deflect as much damage as it can, right? Melee Macchiato, probably not going to be relevant to this run, but the things that I like to run on it are Vampiric Extraction. Melee attacks heal a small amount of your health, alongside Stick and Move. Backpedal speed is increased after a successful melee attack. Just kind of helps you avoid getting hit after each individual attack, right? Our Vulture Aid, we're going to have Smell of Death. On death, zombies have a chance to create a gas cloud that conceals you while you stand in it. I personally just like this one because if you ever get into a pinch and one of these clouds do exist, you can stand in it and all the zombies kind of go to one centralized area and it can buy you a little bit of time. The Carrion Luggage, critical kills have a chance to drop extra salvage. Anytime you can get extra salvage, it's going to be great, especially in those earlier rounds, because it's going to allow you to then go over to your arsenal and spend that accordingly, whether it's on an ammo mod or maybe a rarity upgrade. Speed Cola is another one of those I don't feel like has a lot of other options that you would use. For the major, I like Classic Formula. Reload speed is even faster. For minor, Quick Swap, swapping weapons is even faster. It helps when you swap to your fist too, because then you can run and be a little bit quicker, especially with those less ideal weapons. PhD Flopper, we're rocking PhD Slider, sliding into enemies triggers explosions. I find this is actually really, really useful, especially as the rounds go on, because you have less and less space to squeeze between the zombies. And at least this gives you an option to slam into an individual zombie, which could be blocking your path, allowing you to slide through, essentially. For our minor augment, we're doing Tribologist, which is allowing our sliding distance and speed to be increased. That's especially useful early on to help you avoid getting hit by zombies. And obviously, it's helpful to squeeze through those tight spaces as well. Death Perception, probably the perk I've used the least and really isn't that important to me. My major augment, though, is Critical Eye. Small chance that a body shot becomes a critical shot, because why not? And then the extra change, find extra essence under more locations, which includes like the arsenal machines and some of the other machines that you normally wouldn't find loose change. Deadshot Daiquiri, I run Deadhead, further increase our critical damage. Alongside Dead Break, increase damage to armor pieces. I feel like armor is probably the most annoying thing that you're going to face, especially as the rounds progress. So having any way to do more damage to armor is definitely a benefit. And then our last perk is Elemental Pop. I rock Imperial Peach, but I also swap between that and the Citrus Focus because sometimes I want to only use the ammo mod that I have equipped to my weapon, and other times I want it to pop random ones. I think for somebody trying to survive as long as possible, it's probably more beneficial for you to actually have it to where it pops random ammo mods. That way you can take advantage of more of the other ammo mod augments, which we'll get to next. And then we also have Chill Berry, slightly reduce all ammo mod cooldowns, which hopefully will allow the ammo mods to go off more consistently. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into the ammo mods. And if you watched my most recent video, you've probably gotten the rundown on this already. But the Deadwire is what we're starting with. Lightning Strike, a bolt of lightning strikes from above, stunning all normal and special enemies in the area. And it also does a significant amount of damage to them. So striking them multiple times could be the thing that actually allows you to eliminate a large group of enemies, even with an underpowered weapon, which can be really nice. Now, the minor augment, you can change it. Some people said the Deadwire doesn't deal that much more damage with the high voltage. But personally, I like it, and I feel like the extension doesn't matter all that much because the amount of distance that the lightning strike actually affects is already pretty wide. For Napalm Burst, we're also going to be setting this up for crowd control. We're going to be rocking Firebomb. Burned enemies explode on death, spreading the fire to nearby enemies. And the Contact Burn. Initial burn effects deal more damage. Cryo Freeze, it's another one we're going to be doing our crowd control with. We're going to be rocking Ice Cloud. Enemies that are killed while frozen may leave a cloud that slows the enemies. And then we're going to use Liquid Nitrogen to significantly increase the chances of Cryo Freeze to activate. Brain Rot, another one, crowd control. Plague, the charmed enemy has a chance to turn other enemies, which I think is nice. The more you can plague, the more enemies you have working for you, the more damage they're going to do. And then the minor augment extension, Brain Rot duration is slightly increased. Now, we're here to finally talk about our big game ammo mod, and the only one we're going to be rocking it on after finding out that the ammo mods with big game don't seem to work on the elites while using Elemental Pop, which I think is actually very crucial to know. So we're going to be rocking big game for this one because the Shadow Rift is one of the most reliable ways to eliminate something like an Amalgam or an Abomination, even with a less than powerful weapon that you might actually have your hands on, or if you're just underpowered in general, it's just going to benefit you a lot more to have. Then we're going to obviously have the Shadow Rift cooldown being reduced, so that way we can get it to go off even more frequently, because my understanding is the cooldowns for the ammo mod that's attached to your weapon are separate than the cooldowns that are going through Elemental Pop, so that is something to keep in mind. Now, for the Light Mend, I feel like this is kind of trash, but it is what it is. For Antibiotic, we're rocking that because the Healing Glyph will now damage enemies that touch it, but its lifetime is then reduced. It's either you're going to pick it up or you're not. So dealing damage is just a bonus. Then for the Minor, we're using Longer Life. The Healing Glyph's lifetime is just increased, keeping it there to possibly do more damage over time. Now let's jump into field upgrades. I think for a majority of you, Ether Shroud's probably going to be one of the better options until you get better at training zombies or avoiding getting stuck or pinched or whatever the case might be where you feel like you have to pop the Ether Shroud in order to escape. I would say using Burst Dash is going to be nice because then you can warp forward for a short distance, killing all normal enemies in your path, and the extension to allow the Ether Shroud duration to be significantly increased. That way, if you need to make any purchases or maybe you went down, this is going to allow you to have some time to do that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and equip Frenzied Guard because this is absolutely my favorite, and it's what I would recommend, especially once you have a better hang of the game and get a little bit more familiar with the strategy, because then you're going to be able to utilize Frenzy Fire, which allows us to use ammo from the stock. So while you have this popped, you're going to be able to just fire from your reserve, which can be really nice, especially with some of the other weapons that we have in the game that do have quite a large reserve. The thing I do like about Frenzy Guard as opposed to Ether Shroud as well is Ether Shroud's more safe for a scenario where you feel like you're going to get stuck, whereas Frenzied Guard is something that you feel a little bit more comfortable using when you get it because you know you're just going to rebuild it and it's not more something you're holding on to in case you get stuck. For our minor augment, I am going to rock extension, allowing the Frenzied Guard to go even further because the longer the duration is, the more bullets that we can fire. All right, we made it into Liberty Falls. We're going to do this in real time here. Now, this part is an option. I don't recommend if you struggle already with the game and you're having a hard time surviving into the 20 pluses, I would not recommend using the Rampage Inducer. It's going to make things off the rip a little bit harder, and if you're struggling to get through the earlier rounds and you're just going down, it's not really a benefit to you to actually run something that makes the game move a little bit faster. The first step is obviously you're going to hang out in the first room here. You could open up doors as you feel like it's necessary because you might need more play space or feel uncomfortable with the limited amount of space. But outside of that, your real goal is to just build up the zombies. This is like normally what I do at the beginning of the rounds. I don't even bother shooting them. I kind of just build them up slowly but surely. They can be a little bit fast with this rampage inducer. I'm going to do all of this with that for the most part. Eventually, I will be shutting it off, I think, just depending on how things go. But now that we have a majority of our zombies, we can kind of just focus up, shoot directly at them, and we are looking pretty good. We have our double points there. I'm going to go ahead and wait. Normally, if you have the rampage inducer on, you don't have the luxury of actually getting to use this in the next round, but we're going to have a good amount of time to set ourselves up for success. And we are going to wait till it starts disappearing here to get a majority of our zombies spawned in. Then we can run in this direction, grab our double points, and here we go. Now we're able to get through this round, and things are looking pretty good so far. We're going to be able to set ourselves up for success, hopefully at an earlier round than we anticipate. I'm hoping we can get like pack 2 purple before 15, which should be pretty reasonable. Okay, we did the exact same thing. We flipped around 4. We built up as many of them as we could. Now we're going to sit here and try to get rid of them. This is why Dragon's Breath is so good. I mean, it continues to damage the zombies after the fact and makes groups of zombies, even when your weapon's underpowered, a lot easier to deal with. Round 5, this is not going to be our bug round. If you need a couple extra zombies, you're more than welcome to jump up here. You don't really have to open that up if you're not doing the Easter egg, but it can help you get a few extra zombies, a few extra points. And obviously, depending on your scenario, will determine whether or not you feel comfortable running this rampage inducer. It gets a little bit crazy. I mean, I recommend if you're going to run it and you're not super comfortable, turn it off at like round 4 or 5. Otherwise, just keep your distance at all times. And if you do get hit, just make sure you're not getting hit too much. We're going to keep our distance, and we're good. I mean, some of these guys are fast. A lot of them are going to be kind of slow. I'm kind of firing at a group of them because we do have the luxury of the damage of the fire to kind of help spread out and eliminate our targets a little bit quicker. After the bug round is normally when I decide I'm going to go through and move on to the other areas. I mean, realistically, we're going to be taking advantage of at least one side Easter egg in this run, and that's going to be the church rooftop. Side Easter eggs are important in some aspects, and they can help you out a lot, but I would focus on not using them or feeling like you can survive without them before you really focus on using them each and every run if you want to improve. Okay, let's go ahead and stand on the back of this. One thing I will share that kind of helps with bug rounds, I mean, it only helps earlier on. It gets more complicated as things go on, is you just stand on the car and they all jump on the front of the car, except for a few that jump on the left. But now we're in a position where we can actually go ahead and open up the next set of space. Again, I think I'm just going to keep the Rampage Inducer on for this run in general, just to keep things crazy for me. Go ahead and grab our loose change. We can hit this. Give me an extra 100. Probably not worth it. Come on. I didn't get it. Oh, I did get it. And then we can go out this way, start shooting these guys. Our goal is going to be to open up the church to get access to Pack-a-Punch sooner than later. We don't need to worry about any perks or anything yet. I mean, if anything, I'm going to purchase an armor upgrade before I likely go for Jug. Now, that might sound crazy, but it's going to allow us to work toward some of our other upgrades, and we aren't really in a position where I feel like we need Jug off the rip. Like, I'd much rather get the armor first. That way we can hold more plates and wear more plates, which is also going to help us mitigate the damage. Plus, the zombies in earlier rounds aren't going to do nearly the same amount of damage to you, making them much less of a threat to your actual health, allowing the armor to feel a little bit more powerful in the earlier rounds. Okay, we're here at the church. We're going to go ahead and open this up. I do have enough now, so I am going to Pack-a-Punch. Boom. Pack-a-Punch to level 1. No rarity is needed, mostly because we're going to be able to get our free rarity tool at round, I think it's 10 or 11. I think some people said you could do it at 10. I always do it at 11 just out of habit. We're going to go ahead and start fighting our zombies here. And even though we didn't put rapid fire on, that is one of the things that's great about this gun. The rate of fire is greatly increased with Pack-a-Punch. But as you can see, we are doing a ton of damage still on round 8. Obviously, we're Pack-a-Punched, but we didn't have to upgrade our rarity at all. Some weapons, to be fair, start struggling way earlier than others. And there's some that you're going to feel like Pack 1 rare isn't even going to be good at round like 15. It just kind of depends on what you're working with. Go ahead and get through this last zombie, and we'll be able to flip our round. Now, this next step is kind of up to you. You have a couple of options, right? You can choose to wait and buy this next door, wait on the armor, give yourself more play space, or you can learn the space a little bit, train the zombies around, and be able to stay within this space longer, not open that door, and work toward a 3-plater. Normally, what I like to do is try to stay within this area until I can get a 3-plater, just because it's easier at the lower rounds to survive, obviously. And this play space gives me plenty of room with the strategy that I use to train the zombies to have more than enough space. But sometimes I do choose to open that other door earlier over there just to give myself the entire street, because that is one important element to survival, is having the best place, or at least the most comfortable place for you to train the zombies. And for me, training the zombies down this street is actually the best place on this map. Citadel, for example, I might utilize the spawn a bit more because it's just a good area and gives you plenty of room to run around and keep the zombies in close quarters. Oh, getting a little scary here. Yep. Everybody wants to hit me, but same concept. Hey, can you get away from me? You're a little fast. Same concept. I'm just trying not to get hit. I've gotten hit like every single time here. This is why I said it gets risky. But hey, I'm glad I'm showing the risks. Glad that we're also showing the risks. Okay, all the zombies are built up. Should be able to kind of keep them together. Now we can actually fire, that we're not getting hit 27,000 times. And we should be good. Should be good. Oh, still one more. I need to get it before this double points goes. And there we go. We got that guy out of the way. Now it's time for us to... I'm going to try it with a Molotov. It's probably going to be hard. Try it with his Molotov. Ugh. I got it. Let's go. So now we're actually going to be able to get our upgrade for our tool. And this is where... Oh, God. This is where things get scary. Very scary. Come on. Come on. We got to get out of here. But as you can see, I'm just continuing to move. Look at your mini-map whenever you get a chance. Keep running. Pull your fists out. Sprint. Whatever you have to do to stay alive. I personally right now need some more ammo. And I'm running the risk, again, of not having opened any doors because I want to get this 3-plater earlier than later. 3-plater, come on. And the reason I prioritize that is because, again, you're going to get plates dropping continuously, especially earlier rounds. I feel like they drop more consistently than they do at later rounds, meaning you're going to be able to hold on to them. So at these later or earlier rounds, if you don't have the 3-plater, you're losing out on plates you can hold on to and probably plates that you can even pick up. Okay, let's go ahead and get through these guys. We're looking good. We got 14K. And I have enough. So we're in a great spot here. And I'm going to be able to go grab our blue tool. Hopefully I didn't miss it. Should still be on the ground. It should be on the ground for us. Okay, this guy here. And then obviously around 11, or usually around 11, you do get your mangler here. But what we're going to do is just shoot him in the arm until his blaster falls off. And then he's just chump change after that. Okay, here's our blue tool. We're getting our bug round now. If you would like to hold on to streaks, you are more than welcome. They're going to be very beneficial to you, especially once multiple elites start spawning in, or if, depending on the map you're spawning in on, we'll determine that, right? But it's going to be helpful if you need to get rid of an amalgam and you're struggling to do so, or you need to get on this map an abomination out of here, because they are easily going to be the one thing that can take you down. And it's also super helpful on this map because the manglers can get built up. If you have too many of them in the same area, you can take them down fairly easy. So use score streaks to your advantage. If you're doing a challenge, maybe you're not going to. But outside of that, there's no reason why you shouldn't pop a mutant injection if you have it, or any of the other super beneficial score streaks, right? So now we're at this point, we can actually open this door up, and now we got some freedom. It gets a little bit squirrely at times when you're trying to make it this far without doing so, but it's okay. Didn't take long, and we made it work. I'm actually going to run back up this way. Can be a little scary, but again, we have all these plates to work with. I haven't bought a single perk yet. Some people might say that's crazy. For me, I feel like that's pretty normal. We can now get our epic rarity, keeping our damage above where we need it to be, meaning that we're going to be able to just destroy everything we face up to this point. We go ahead and eliminate that guy. We're going to sit on this nuke if we can until the next round. Okay, I'm actually not going to hit the nuke because I do want the points. That's another thing to keep in mind. Depending on where you're at in your match, you may determine that you should wait on that. So now that we've gotten our epic rarity, and it kind of depends on the map and the scenario I'm in, whether I get an ammo mod first or I upgrade my rarity. But in this circumstance, we weren't at the point where the abomination was even spawned in yet, so I didn't feel a rush to get Shadow Rift. Whereas, you know, obviously getting epic's going to allow us to do more damage. So even the first one isn't usually a huge threat. So I say get your upgraded rarity first, and then focus more toward like around 15 or so on getting your ammo mod. We destroyed that guy so fast, that was crazy. All right, Abomination should be in the next round. Let me go over here and grab our Shadow Rift, which is our big game ammo mod. I highly recommend whatever you're using big game on, even if you don't choose to use Shadow Rift. Make sure it's the one that you put on your weapon. Otherwise, it doesn't really have that good of an effect, and you probably won't get that many activations through Elemental Pop. In this case, we're not going to have Elemental Pop till round 25, but that's okay. That's why I chose to go a little bit further in this run. All right, we got our Abomination, and we have all our zombies. The good thing about the zombies is I can kind of train them a little bit easier. I mean, they're super fast with the Rampage Inducer, but I just kind of run back and forth. If you run like this in zigzags, they tend to get a little bit more grouped up, and it kind of helps. Then we can kind of go like this. Oh, Shadow Rift went off for us a little bit early. Got all our guys trained. Then I slowly work my way up the street. Don't go up the street too quick, because then they'll despawn and respawn behind you. And if you go right back down, you can kind of dodge that situation altogether. So now we're left with our Abomination here. Will we get our Shadow Rift ammo mod to pop off? We will. It just splattered. It did a bunch of damage to it. Our weapon's actually super overpowered since we got the ammo mod late. And then we were able to completely destroy that Abomination almost before our round even started with the Rampage Inducer running. Okay, now I got to be a little bit careful. I should probably consider an upgrade for Jug really soon. Oh god. Yeah, but as you guys can see, this is what I was saying about how much damage you actually take to your health earlier on. Having these plates is nice, but we're slowly but surely getting to the point where not having Jug is going to become more and more of a punishment. Oh, I want that. Stay away from me, vermin. Gotta get that double points. So I'm probably going to try to grab Jug before this next round starts. But we're just spraying and praying. There we go. Now we can actually make it in here. A nice little trick. If you dolphin dive in and grab it at the same time, you don't have to worry about much. Because you don't have any animation. Let me go ahead. I think in this circumstance, based on what we're using, I'm going to go for Quick Revive. Because the regen of your health is so slow. I'm going to go over here. We have enough points. We're going to grab this. If I was using something explosive, I would obviously choose PhD. And PhD is definitely an option that we're going to be getting fairly soon. But since I had to open up some doors, I figured with the essence that I have, let's go ahead and grab that. And it will also keep us protected from losing our self-revive. And since we used so much salvage earlier on, we don't want to find ourselves in a position where we don't have that at all. Same thing as before. You could choose to get on a vehicle if you'd like. Like I said, you go up here. Maybe you jump on this car. Let's just show it in real time. You guys can see exactly how the vermin choose to run. They will come up on other angles, but for the most part, they'll just jump on the front. A majority of them will. We got that guy. They're all going down. One on the side here. Every once in a while, but not too many. There they go. And then there's probably like, what, one more? Two more? At the end? I heard it pop. There it is. Now, I don't know what to expect for this, but this is definitely not the first one that's popped up. It's a mutant injection trial. It gave me one. That's kind of sick. All right, well, definitely do SAM trials throughout this because you never know what you might get. I probably could have started doing them a little bit earlier, but I don't necessarily focus on them with the Rampage Inducer on as much because the rounds are moving so fast. I usually end up with currency, and I can just keep buying stuff. So now we can actually let's throw a decoy, get everybody built up, get all of our zombies in one place, and then we'll just go like this. I don't think we have 50, but as soon as we pop it, 27 of them died. And then we can actually punch our Mangler here. Super nice. This is actually one of the easiest trials. I don't even know the last time I got this trial. But we're going to cook through this trial in no time flat, giving us a legendary reward. Where the heck was it? It was over here, right? And there we go. Our zombies are kind of running away. We're stuck crouched. What did we get? Give us something good. It gave us a little bit. I mean, it's still worth doing because you have a chance at free Pack-a-Punch or free rarity tools or free perks. Things that are definitely going to help you out along the journey. And there's also side Easter eggs that I don't take advantage of all the time just because they're time-consuming. Like opening the armory, you could do that. I mean, there's other elements to the gameplay. This is more about survival and my thought process with survival more than it is min-maxing, if that makes any sense. Okay, well, I'm sitting on a little bit extra points. I think the last kind of important perk, for me at least, is going to be PhD, so I can actually slide around, squeeze through some of these tight spaces that I might find myself in. And it's also time for our next Abomination to appear. This one, hopefully, won't be as easy to eliminate, so then we can get some Shadow Rift activations to go down. It's going to be despawning and respawning. Step 1, though, build up all your zombies. Even on round 19, you can see I'm not even bothering shooting them because I already know stopping and shooting them is just going to cause me to get hit pretty continuously. But once I actually train them up and get a majority of them coming from one direction, I have a lot more control of what's going on, right? So we're going to continue doing that. As you guys can see, we're building them up. I can even go like this and go back the other way. You just manipulate the zombies to do what you want them to do. They will still hit you in the process, so you got to be careful, but definitely gives you a little bit of a chance. There goes our dude already slamming into the ground. Didn't see how much health he lost, but probably about 50%. Let's see. Yep, about almost half. And now we can start shooting our zombies now that most of them are grouped up. We're not going to go too far up the street to avoid them spawning unless we're getting absolutely slammed. It does get a little bit crazier as you go, right? I'm going to go ahead and grab the insta-kill because you guys would be grabbing the insta-kill. I can't promote not grabbing power-ups. There goes our dude. He died with the second activation. Even though we had the insta-kill, he probably would have died anyway. And then we're able to finish up our round just like that. If you eliminate your specials with your weapon, there's always a chance for streaks to drop, as you just saw there. So we went ahead and grabbed that chopper gunner. I will be exfilling at the end of this. That way you guys get a little tease on how I do that each time too. Because there's definitely a trick to making sure you're going to be exfilling each and every time. Obviously, there are some things that can happen bug-wise that may keep that from being a reality. But for the most part, it's a guarantee. All right, we're going to go ahead and shoot that guy. He already got slammed into the ground. Oh, a little bit scary there. You got to be cautious when going back down the street. But as you can see, I'm just trying to build up the zombies. I thought I activated the trial, but I didn't. Now we can hip fire, stay walking backwards. You got to try to route your zombies the best you can so that you can avoid them coming up from behind you, kind of as you're going, right? Go back and forth here. We can now hit our dude again. He's definitely dead that time. And then all of our zombies are going to come up the street. Very few coming up behind me. And I could even plate right now, but we'll just wait for a second. I find when I'm really low on plates, the strategy for me is to not use all of them at once unless I'm like seeing a plate on the ground, right? Like if I have 2 plates on and I'm not sitting on a full 3 plates, I might not put the 3rd plate on until one's available to pick up, if that makes any sense. Okay, round 21 just started. I'm going to make my way into the church here, and I'm actually going to grab Pack-a-Punch level 2. We already got our important perks, in my opinion. We didn't get dead shot because for this weapon, it's not really that important. But for some of the other weapons, depending on what you're using, you would want to get that as well. Obviously, it's not a perk on the map, but you could use the side Easter egg in order to acquire it, or just wait until round 25 when the Wonder Fizz shows up. But now I went ahead and got pack 2. Since we got all the important upgrades out of the way, we have our 3-plater, we have our rarity upgrades. I mean, not that that costs you essence. We're just in a good spot, right? We have the important things. Now we can continue upgrading our weapon. And we didn't really reach a point where I felt like the weapon wasn't doing enough damage either, which is nice. Now, time to do the same thing we've been doing for the other rounds. We got to build up our zombies. And again, every map's kind of different on the spot where you actually train the zombies, right? You got to find where you're the most comfortable. For me, it's this area. You can go back and forth, make sure the zombies catch up with each other. You can go around in circles around this bus here. You can utilize that to avoid damage from the mangler. But the big thing I like, well, we got him out, is that once you build up enough of the zombies here, and there we are sliding through the tight spaces, you can almost get them to run in a straight line on the side of this bus. Allows you to just pretty much focus your damage in one direction, making it a lot easier to deal with the horde. So here we are, just hip firing, backing up, hip firing, backing up. A few zombies are going to be coming up behind me. I mean, you don't want to not get hit ever. That's never going to be your goal. So just watch out for the zombies spawning behind you. Just avoid as many hits as possible. And you shouldn't struggle too much, even at 20 plus with the rampage inducer on, to train around this area. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this spot for the bugs as well. I'm sure by now a lot of you already know this spot, but if you struggle with the bug rounds at all, you can also come to this specific spot here, and all of them will come from in there and over here, and you can just hit them the entire time. They won't come up behind you. If you get overwhelmed, you could always jump over the barricade here, but more than likely you should be fine. And there you go. Just hang out a little bit longer. Couple more guys, and then there's our max ammo at the end, and then you just go back to your other side on the road. Now, something that I haven't done much in this run yet is pop my frenzied guard. You could pop it as frequently as you get it if you would like. Me running the rampage inducer, sometimes I like to strategize a little bit because there does become parts of time where you just don't get a lot of plates to drop, and this will kind of help you out with that situation, right? Also, let's go ahead and pop it right now. We can go ahead and pop it right now. We have a decent amount of ammo. We can just hip fire. We might even get through this entire round while this thing's going. Can't see, can't see. Keep shooting him. Get it to activate. Get it to go. Zombies are behind me. All right, I didn't get through the abomination, but we definitely did a lot of work there. Okay, we're still watching out. Dude's not getting... Oh, stunned, slow. Not getting hit with our Shatter Rift very often, is he? There he goes. And that was actually enough to finish him off, which is a W. You got to be careful when you back up all the way up here, because they will despawn and respawn behind you. Oh, try to slide past this guy. Blaster only, and just like that, his blaster's off. Now he has to chase me around. I mean, come on now. Look how strong we are with the ASG at this point in the run, because we were been able to maintain being overpowered. I almost have enough for Legendary. I actually have a few stacks of salvage down here. We should be able to get Legendary after this round, and we're almost at the point where we could even get Pack-a-Punch level 3, despite we're probably going to wait a little bit longer to do that. Okay, we got our zombies trained up for this round. My plan here, slide past the Mangler, hit the Mangler first. Mangler goes down, run toward the Mangler, and then we can reroute our zombies. You may have multiple per round, so it is kind of nice if you can to target them sooner than later, because then you can get them out, and if it isn't the only one, you don't have them both like stacking on top of each other. That could become a lot bigger of an issue. But if it is only one, you then just limit it to the zombies, and then you can just focus on the most important task at hand without trying to worry about being blasted the entire time. And then we get out of the way there. See, there's another Mangler there. That's exactly why. We didn't want to have both of them at the same time if we could avoid it. Sometimes you can get them right as they spawn. That guy is moving so fast because of the Rampage Inducer. Slide backward. Yep, still doing good. The only thing that really slows us down at this point is the armor. The armor is going to continue to get more and more effective on the zombies as the rounds progress here. Why is the one zombie doing so much work? Okay, there we go. Well, let's go ahead and grab that. Play it up a couple times. Slide past. I need to get ammo before we finish the round off. Next round, we actually have enough. We can go get some more perks. Boom, there we go. This guy out. Boom. Shoot him in the blaster. As long as you're powerful enough, shouldn't take too long to get through. And just like that, we're on to round 25. All right, I'm going to go ahead and make a decision here. Because we have enough for Legendary, I'm going to get the Legendary rarity here. And then I'm going to go ahead and go across. I don't have... This is going to be interesting. I don't have a decoy. I wouldn't recommend doing this with the Rampage Inducer on, but you go over here. You could grab that guy. Let's say I want Elemental, and I'm going to get Vulture. We already said we don't really need Dead Shot. Vulture Aid's going to get us more salvage, so we can build up enough salvage to get a backup self-revive if we need it later on. Or if we want to buy something like a Casimir or something, we could do that as well. Something I did not mention for this loadout is I highly recommend using the decoys, mostly because I think that they're going to give you a little bit of time to kind of like deal with the zombies or put them into a group if you need to find a way by, or if you need to hit a perk machine or whatever. But honestly, most of them, or most of the zombies, I should say, throughout the runs, have a chance to drop lethals and tacticals. So if you don't have anything, I mean, just be picking them up and throwing them if you find them to be super important, right? Go ahead. As soon as you have the salvage, though, I mean, it'd be a no-brainer not to get Casimirs and set yourself up a little bit more for success, or even monkey bombs, right? Those are easily going to be the go-tos, but you can't start with those. Okay, let's go ahead and get this way. Run, run, run. This is what I mean. You got to build up your zombies. Like, I don't have a lot of space here. Oh, go ahead and pop that. That's exactly why we have it. It's part of the reason. And then we'll go this way. Go ahead and fire away. Come on, I'm moving backward. Tried to slide, but it wouldn't let me. And there we go. Spam them, spam them. That blast went all the way through the vehicle. That's actually crazy. We're good here. It's obviously going to be significantly easier without the Rampage Inducer on. But, I mean, your field upgrade's going to be available a lot of the time. Hopefully you don't get yourself into a pinch more often than you have that. And you'll be good. All right, here we are in round 26. I will show you guys exactly how I train these zombies. The beginning of the rounds is always the hardest because they move super fast and they spawn in unpredictable spaces. And obviously they're spawning in large numbers. We'll go ahead and watch out. Watch out. Stay away from our abomination. Stay over here. Go this way. We're trying to get as many of them grouped up as we can. Slide past this guy. Okay, so we got Mangler this way. Wait for the blast. Slide out of the way. Focus on Mangler. Focus on the Mangler if we can do it. I think we got him. And then I'm going to try to not go all the way up the street if I can avoid it. Oh, that actually almost got me. And then I'm going to go back down here. If you go all the way up the street, a lot of them despawn. And it kind of sucks. Oh, well, I didn't have as much ammo in my mag as I thought I did. Insta-kills helping us out. Running this way. You're going to get hit pretty often with the Rampage Inducer on. You just keep running back and forth. Whoop, watch out. I can slide over here. Probably grab some plates. Make it around. My goal is to go around the actual vehicle as much as I can. Around the bus. And then I only go up this way if I feel like I need to, or once I feel like I have enough of the zombies built up. Because then they all just run to the end of the street here, no matter what side of the bus they're on. Giving me a good amount of time to eliminate as many as I can. Can't see him. There he is, way back there. Come on, go off. We want this Shadow Rift to just cook. Now that we have Elemental Pop, though, that we do have a chance for the crowd control stuff to go off, too. Okay, there you go. We're going to go this way. We need some ammo. Need to plate up, too. But now I don't have a plate. All right, there we go. So now I have 3 plates. Until I get another plate on the ground or see one on the ground, I normally wouldn't plate there, but we saw the one over here. That's kind of my mindset with the plate situation, right? If I don't have to, don't use all of them. Okay, keep firing away. We'll either destroy you or you're going to get Shadow Rifted out of here. Come on. Come on. It looks like you're going to get out of here because you didn't get Shadow Rifted in time. And then we can start running around again. Same process. Oh, nope, I messed up. No! And, well, you get to see what happens when you mess up. I'm completely stuck. And then you get to go like this. Yeah, I made a wrong turn. That was not good. It happens, though. So now it's time for recovery. I didn't say we wouldn't go down. All right, we're going to go this way. Gonna have to get our quick revive. We got to get our things again. It gets a little bit crazy at times. You make one mistake with a Rampage Inducer, you pay for it heavily. This guy and that guy. Now it's time for me to get out of here. All right, we're kind of in a weird place here because we don't have any plates right now, but we're going to slide past him. And then we're going to focus on all these guys. Come on. Get out of here. Quickly. Oh, there's some max ammo. That's actually insane. Nope. Get off me. And we got our field upgrade. I'm actually going to climb over this. We need this. We need this. There we go. I want this frickin' ammo. I'm just going to pop my Frenzy Guard. Forget it. I want the ammo. There we go. And we're good. Now we can just spam. There goes the dead wire coming in insanely clutch for us. I think we got dudes coming from both sides. I can't actually tell. There's our max armor. Go back down here. This round has actually been crazy. I just don't know why we have so many zombies left. Okay, we're going this way. Gonna go ahead and run this way. And then this way. And not every run goes the same, right? You don't have mistakes every time. Where's our guy at? Oh, we got him with the Shadow Rift. Just keep going in a circle. And obviously, if you're not running a Rampage Inducer, you won't have the problem of your zombies moving at the speed of light. This is a very nice thing not to have to worry about. Okay, we'll flip that guy. Mangler's almost here. Where are you at, Mangler? At the bottom. Just like that, we'll get you out of here, buddy. And you're gone. And we go back to the spot for the bug round, and we should be able to finish this off pretty easily. Finish it. It's in here. We're good. On to the next round, round 29. Now, as the rounds progress, you might change up how you train the zombies a little bit to avoid getting caught on the road here. But you'll kind of figure it out as you go. You got to do whatever works the best for you. I just bring them all down here, like I said. They're going to start spawning on this side. Thank you for the elemental pop. We'll go this way. It's important, whatever direction you're going, you don't do what I did a little bit earlier where we got caught. And I went the wrong way because I realized I don't want to go that way at the last second. Pull as many other zombies this way. Go in this direction. We don't have any manglers and stuff this time to worry about. Makes it a little bit easier. There we go. We got a majority of our zombies all trained up. And we can slide away. Oh, there we go. Watch this way. Go ahead and slide by. I mean, we're going to get some spawning in. Oh, mangler on this side. Focus, focus, focus. Didn't get him down in time. We'll just keep going in the same way, though. Because as long as I keep going this way, zombies stay behind me. Going this way. This is the scariest spot here. Yep, and you just keep doing it. That sounds crazy, but it works. And then you just keep on going. I can even go all the way this way if I want a straightaway. It's a little scary though when you have like later rounds because the abomination gets you stuck over here pretty easily. Or at least in my experience, that's what happens. We get to slide into that guy. Bunch of dudes are spawning. Getting crazy. Getting freaking crazy. We're going this way again, and now we got to go up the street. Up the street's going to save us a little bit here. Build up as many as we can. We do have our frenzied guard. I do want to get ammo before I pop frenzied. If I can avoid it, right? Because then that way I have more in my reserve. That is one thing you have to keep in mind when you're using frenzied. Going through it, going through it, going through it. Trying to make the best of it. Slide over here. Watch out. No, stop blasting. And there's a double points. Say goodbye to our manglers. And we're out of ammo. We go back over here. Do the same thing. And we're good. Finish our other oh, we had a third mangler, I guess. There we are. Okay, we got our... Oh, mangler. I guess he already got cooked. These guys are moving so fast. There we go. Go over here. I have enough for the third pack-a-punch. The only reason I didn't get it yet is I was kind of trying to see if we can make it through some of this round and maybe get it after we get lower on ammo. Save myself more points. I mean, if we're doing the damage, there's no sense in rushing to get the pack-a-punch unless we have like an open opportunity or we're at a point where we just need the ammo. Zombies move so quick. And even with the armor, I mean, we're still able to get through these guys in a reasonable pace. Moving our way up this way. Watching out. Still so much left to work through. The problem with the 30s, they start getting crazy. Okay, get our mangler out of here. Get out of here, buddy. Why are you still up? There we go, we got him. It's because these guys are so damn tanky now. The armor. I can't actually get these guys out of here quick enough. They move so fast. Get that out, get that out. All right, we're good. Okay, almost at the point where I have to go ahead and get our third pack-a-punch. There we go, time for pack 3. On round 30. And we should be able to get through these guys a little bit faster now. Are we even close to the end of this round? What's going on here? Oh, we got an insta-kill. That's going to make it easy. Hip firing, non-stop hip firing. We're good. Okay, we got our next... Oh, well, he's already in the air. It's actually super good for what we're doing here. Got to run away. This is where it gets crazy. Like, really just... Oh, come on. I need you out of my way. Thank you. I didn't want to get stuck there, but there we are getting stuck. I was trying to make it around the guys. That I knew it was going to get crazy over here because the abomination's standing in my path. Okay, looking good. Come on. Hit him. We got to run. Nope. Yep, watch out. There we go. This is what I meant. It's insane really quickly. And we'll go ahead and go this way and then go back over here. Dude, these guys got to get out of my way. Get out of my way. There's so many of them. They're all didn't despawn though. Like half of the zombies down the street are gone. There we go. Let's go this way. And yours should be out of here now. I don't know where our abomination went, unfortunately. Okay, we're going this way now. Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. Yep, there they are. They're all spawning behind me. No plates, no plates, no plates. How did I only pick up one plate? I thought there was like multiple. Just didn't want me to pick them up. Okay, we got to dodge this dude charging me. Then we go around the corner. Dead wire coming in. I don't know why this dude's still beaming me. Where you at? We're gonna get you off this freaking planet one way or another. And I'm out of ammo. Damn it. And come on. There we go. Exploded. Okay. Oh, we're still here. Is there still 2 of them? What in the hell? How is there still 2 of you? Might be giving me like a big round here. Let's get away from you, and then we can blast you. See you later, boys. Okay, we will exfil at round 36, so let's go ahead and run through round 35. It's the last one that I'm going to train up zombies, show off the strategy and how everything's working, and just how I plan on surviving this round. I haven't used any score streaks up to this point, but of course, like I said earlier, if you get them, use them as you feel like they are necessary. Don't feel like you have to hold on to them or not use them, because I'm choosing not to in this run. I'm specifically holding on to this one for extract because you do really need a mutant injection or a chopper gunner in order to make easy work of the extract situation. Oh, I want to get that. Let's go. Let me out of here. Why are you spawning so many of them in front of me? There we go. Okay, we're going to start going this way. Oh, we got an abomination this round, too. That's beautiful. That's exactly what we were hoping for. I'm utilizing this insta-kill as much as I can. Normally, I would not function this way. Okay, both our guys are over here. Oh, we got 3. That's insane. All right, well, we had 3. We worked our way up here and got rid of all of them with our insta-kill. Okay, we need to make our way back up. Get away from me. Need to make my way back down the street, but it's going to take me a second. Hopefully some of these guys drop some plates. Oh, never mind. No plates necessary. We got it. And we can actually run this way. Oh, we got our abomination. Where did it go? Where'd he drop? Must have been somewhere at the top. I didn't see him. Oh, he's all the way up here. I see him now. Get out of my way, buddy. Where'd you go? Oh, he's hiding again. What if I want to shadow rift you, bud? What if I want to shadow rift you? All right, I'm going to go this way. Dodging. I don't like making my way up here because it's a lot harder to make my way back down. But I'm going to do whatever it takes to get rid of this stupid abomination. Come on, bud. Time for you to get out of my game. You're like the only thing left. It's almost time for us to exfil. I literally need ammo. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. Okay, there we go. Ammo. Should be able to get rid of our dude here. Make sure he falls and gets eliminated. If you have a zombie available, always keep as many zombies alive, or like a handful alive at the end as you can. That way you actually can focus up on the elite. Get it out of here before the next round, giving you more opportunity to exist without having to deal with one. There we go. We're going to go ahead and eliminate that guy. Now we're at the point where round 36 is going to pop. We're going to make our way back toward the spawn. We already know that it's going to be up on this roof here. So we are going to go ahead and open this up, head across here. I do have a decoy. I was going to say, sometimes you might not be able to do this without a decoy with the Rampage Inducer on, but we'll try. Drop down here. Go ahead and call in our extract. Boom. There we go. Now we're ready to jump up onto the roof. I hope that going through this the way that I chose to do it makes it a little bit more understandable for those of you that are actually struggling, or those of you that are interested in improving your game on zombies. That way you can survive longer throughout your runs, right? I'm hoping that's the case. And this is the less fun part of the run. You can survive this without having any score streaks, but I definitely don't recommend it because it becomes such a problem. What I'm going to do here, try to build these guys up. Because as many of them as I can get into this group as possible, the better. There we go. We actually have most of them. Then I'll be able to go like this. We'll all be in the middle of the road, or not the middle of the road, the middle of the roof. Hopefully they don't all jump off. Just want to make sure that the abomination's there. Abomination's gone. Get him out. Get him out. All right, here we go. Now that everybody's in, we should be able to get all these other guys out of here. Sometimes it leaves you with one, but we're good. Now we go over to the chopper. It's time for us to get the heck out of here. That was a play-by-play run of me running the Rampage Inducer. I even made a few mistakes along the way, which is great because it shows you those in real time. And obviously, I showed you guys why I made what decisions when I made them. That way you have a further understanding of the strategy, and hopefully it will keep you alive longer in your future runs. But again, let me know down in the comment section below if you guys enjoyed this one, and if you would like to see me do something similar on the other maps. Outside of that, that's going to wrap things up for us here. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!